Namaste. Today we will discuss the threefold austerity which the Bhagavad Gita recommends. When we want to be sadhaks, when we want to travel the spiritual path, what is the nature of the austerity to be performed? The Bhagavad Gita enjoins that there is threefold austerity which is required to be performed by every sadhak. This is the austerity of the body, austerity of speech, and austerity of mind. So we will go through these three forms of austerity and see what the Lord says about this. The first, which is the austerity of the physical body, the physical system. What is the nature of the body? It is, the mind and the body are closely connected. So when you perform certain austerity of the body, certain forms of actions, naturally it is going to impact the mind. These two being so closely connected. So then certain things are enjoined for the performance of through the body. And this is called physical austerity. So what are these things? Deva Dvija Guru Pragnya Pujanam Shaucha Marjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Deva Dvija Guru. See, these are all people of respectable status. People whom you can really originally respect. Deva, the gods. Dvija. Dvija is actually the Brahmin, but one with Brahminical qualities is the Brahmin. And Guru, the spiritual preceptor. Pragnya, the one with a illumined intellect. These are really worthy of worship. So their worship, paying deep respect to them. This is an essential physical austerity being described here. Then Shaucham. Again, I told you the cleanliness of body and mind. Arjavam, straightforwardness, uprightness. Brahmacharyam, which means continence, keeping the body and mind clean for higher purposes. Ahimsa, non-violence, a kind, compassionate nature. These are called Shariram Tapa Uchyate. This is how you discipline your body for the higher life. See, all the tools we require, the techniques we require are beautifully described in the Bhagavad Gita. That is why there is no book like the Bhagavad Gita. Everything that you require for the spiritual life is there. So these are the essential tools, paying the highest respect. Respect comes in the form of obedience. Respect, see, Deva Dvija Guru Pragnya Pujanam means what? Following their teachings, listening to them, and showing respect in all ways, worshipping them. And the cleanliness of the body and mind, straightforwardness, continence, ahimsa, a kindly nature, non-violent attitude, all these constitute the physical austerity. It is important to perform this in order to make your body satwik, that body and mind which will hold the image of God. Shouldn't it be cleaned first? Sri Ramakrishna used to say, what is the use of blowing the conch in a temple if the temple has not been cleaned up first? You are not able to install the image. So this is what is being said. This physical austerity is mandatory for the good life. Then comes the austerity of speech. Most people are creating problems on an everyday basis only due to their speech. They don't require any other tool. They are very violent in speech. So the next form of austerity is to do with your tongue. And the Lord says, Anudvegakaram vakyam, satyam priyahitam chayat, swadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchyate. Anudvegakaram vakyam means unoffensive speech. A speech which does not offend anyone, which does not cause any form of sadness in anyone. A speech which is always supportive of the highest. A speech that brings goodness into others. That kind of speech, priya hitam. Satyam and priya hitam. It is truthful and at the same time it caters to the progress of the other person. It becomes dear to the other person in the long run. That kind of speech. And swadhyaya, vyasanam chaiva, Vangmayam tapochyate. Daily devotion to the scriptures, to high ideas. Don't waste your energies and your mind and speech on low things, on all kinds of exposures. This is what is being asked for. So, austerity of the speech constitutes unoffensive speech, which is only helpful, useful, caters to the progress of the others, and which is true. And at the same time, deep dedication to scriptures, to the highest values of human life. All these are included in austerity of speech. So take care of your tongue. Taking care of your speech is an important indication that you are taking care of your mind. Because for most people, speech is an outlet to what is happening in their minds. Let this not be the case with the sadhak. His speech is entirely under control and always productive only of good. It brings only good to others. It is kindly. It makes sure it brings peace and joy to others. This kind of speech will take you far in life. So here is the highest culture being shown through the austerity of speech. And then the third type of austerity is the austerity of the mind. Very important. And what is its nature? What are the qualities required for that? Mana prasada, saumyatvam, maunam atma vinigraha, bhava samshuddhi rityetat tapo manasam uchyate. The austerity of the mind includes mana prasada, the serenity of the mind, deep inner tranquility, which means it's a noble mind which is calm and composed. And then saumyatvam, kindliness, gentleness in speech, in thought, in everything. Maunam atma vinigraha. He is by nature silent. The mind, if it is silent, naturally everything in your system will become silent, tranquil. And atma vinigraha, he is naturally self-controlled, that is why. Bhava samshuddhi. See, this is the most important thing in life. The mind is free from all corruption, all negativity. The bhav is utterly pure. He is like a transparent mirror. The inner light of awareness comes out through his entire mind and body. By bhava samshuddhi. When the bhav is wrong or bad, unlawful, then neither thought, emotion nor will can function in the right direction. So that is why bhav samshuddhi is the highest form of emotional intelligence. That is why I told you this is a culture of very high emotional intelligence. It gives stability to the life. When the inner life is stable, your outer actions, everything, your personality will be very stable. So bhav samshuddhi brings that about. Purity of heart, purity of emotion. This is the tapo manasa muchyate. This is the mental tapas which Lord Krishna asks for. So what are the qualities? Serenity of mind, kindliness, gentleness, silence of mind, which means yoga fundamentally, atma vinigraha, self-control, bhava samshuddhi, purity of your emotion and thought life, purity of your bhav. All these include the austerity of the mind. So the final verse which Lord Krishna gives us is in this chapter 7, that those who practice this threefold austerity with great faith and with no other ulterior purpose, which means they are detached from within. They have no other purpose but the good life, but no other purpose but transforming their lives into something very big. That kind of austerity, when steadfastly practiced, it is said to be satwika, and such a person becomes very dear to me. So this austerity will bring sattva into your life. It will make you sattvic. When we ask how to practice sattvic life, you have to follow this. This is the kind of austerity enjoined on body, mind and speech, which will bring sattva into your life. As a result, you will move forward in life. You will grow in the spiritual life. And without the practice of this, one can gradually reduce oneself into a very tamasic state. That is why we are dwelling on what is required to build a great life, to manifest a great character, to make sure your behavior is always reliable, and you become a personality really fit to achieve anything in life. That is why we are dwelling upon these verses of the Bhagavad Gita. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.